Sean back almost, I guess, not at 100%, but pretty close.
It definitely gives us a boost on offense. As a play call, it gives you a comfort. To know you got a guy back there that can make something happen. When sometimes there's nothing there, and he can fight for the extra yard. So it was definitely good to have him back, and it just took a little bit longer than we expected. But hopefully he can finish out this next game, senior day, and carry it over to the bowl game and continue to make plays and give us a boost on offense.
No possible way to redshirt him, huh?
No, there's not. I joked with him and asked him, would he want a medical? He just kind of looked at me and laughed. I think he's just enjoying his last couple games here, and obviously go out on top with a win on senior day would be great.
Were you seeing throughout that time that he wasn't able to play, that maybe because of the fact that this is the last year, it impacted him more, or was he, same sort of mentality throughout the whole thing?
One thing about Sean, he's a team player. So throughout all of it, I mean, he never got down. He was always a guy that was upbeat and, just trying to run even when he couldn't. So we just had to be smart as a coaching staff and just not put him in situations where he would hurt himself or hurt the team. And like I said, just last week he moved around a little bit better, and as a staff we looked at him and looked at the way he was practicing, and I said, this is a game where if he can stay healthy and look good throughout the week, we give him a chance to play, and he did. He played well.
And so far this week, all indications are that'll be the same case.
So far, he's he came out of the game feeling good, no injuries, nothing sore, so we'll just continue to go day by day and continue to monitor the amount of reps that he gets in practice, and hopefully go out and do the same thing this week.
You saw every day in practice what it was like for him. How did the injury affect him? How did you see it affect him, whether it's mentally, physically, whatever?
Physically, the mental part of it, it didn't bother him. He's always a guy that's even keel, and he plays for his teammates. So it was never a mental thing with him. He was always into it mentally, but just physically he couldn't do the things that makes him a good back. Which is to break tackles and be able to, just create the extra yards after contact. So. Without him being able to do that, he's not a guy, but last week he showed that he could do that, and he felt good, and, the mental part has always been there, so he went in and played well. I didn't know how big his role was going to be, but after the first couple of runs, it was, kind of the hot guy played.
Mm-hmm.
How much, Sean or Ryan, how much have they meant to your meeting room and your position?
Meant a lot. It's always good to have an older guy. Seniors that have been here for a long time understand what it means to be a Mountaineer. So obviously having those guys in the meeting room every day have been great. And the younger guys feed off of those guys. So hopefully, we can continue that this week and get those guys a win on the last home game.
What's it been like coaching Donovan Miles since he moved into the backfield? He's a guy I know that doesn't get a lot of time on the field, but I understand he plays an important role behind the scenes.
Yeah, he does. I mean, obviously he's an unselfish guy, to make that move in his senior year, to come over and play an offensive position that he's never played before. So he's done a good job. He's always ready to play if called upon, but his biggest role is on special teams. He does a lot of things on special teams and works hard. So, again, I mean, he's a guy that the younger guys feed off of also, just in the meeting rooms and at practice.